this little curve to it. You know,
Well, slightly to the left.
which way? The curve.
Left.
I think same.
Oh no!
You
Hold on.
think?
Well, I have to like remember.
Really?
Yeah. What about you?
Left, but I don't have to like think about
Is it always left? Naples, are you left?
Usually.
Hang is left.
Well, now I'm gonna
Curve.
feel insecure if I'm right, not left.
It's just how you like.
No, it's scary. Which way? Which Cooper is here? Can tell us which way Will Levis is.
I feel like most. I think that's.
It is the
That
biggest
video.
I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that was not.
Anyway, can we restart this video?
Oh,
We're
right.
keeping everything in. Let's go.
I'm about to leave. Welcome back to the Second Detroit podcast, where the entire playbook is open. I'm Josiah.
I'm Jacob.
Eli.
And I'm Hayden. We're already going a little bit off the playbook, I think.
That's
but-
right. And for those of you who like to listen to audio only, the link for the Spotify will be in the description.
So we
Nailed
got
it.
a lot to go over. So what I'm thinking is we start with just championship game previews, and then wherever I need another pillow, wherever Hayden always leans forwards and blocks my money shot.
Hold on.
That's alright. I'm just kidding. I don't mind being blood. And whatever naturally comes about. We won't specifically talk about like the coaching cycle. We can save that for another day. But if we're talking about the Bills and we want to talk about Sean McDermott, it comes up naturally. Great. And then at the end, we can kind of catch up on any games that we missed. The first question I kind of had to lead us into this is, if I told you, what would I have to tell you the Broncos hold the Patriots to scoring wise for them to win? For them to be favored. Like if I told you, hey, the Patriots only scored 17 points, would you be like, oh, the Broncos probably won? Where is that? What do the Broncos have to do on defense to hold the Patriots to be able to have a good chance to win?
I think it's close to what you said because this does feel like it's going to be a low-scoring affair. I don't think that. I think that the Broncos' Super Bowl chances are done. I don't think that their chances of winning the Patriots game are done because you look at it as a standalone game at Denver. Like especially Drake May hasn't been playing hot.
He hasn't really needed to, though, because the defense has been playing so well.
If you switch Drake May's game was a lot more comparable to CJ Stroud's than I think people realize just because of how dominant the rest
Just
of the
wasn't
Patriots
4
team
picks
was.
in the first half or whatever.
Yeah,
Which is a big deal.
correct. No, Stroud sucked. No offense, Naples.
It wasn't a good game.
Yeah.
It happens.
But I think that there's a real shot. I think Denver's defense is good enough.
But they would have to hold, like, if the
14.
Patriots... 14.
I was thinking 13.
Yeah.
It could be a 14-13 game.
If the Patriots go over 20, they will win the game, guaranteed, no question. And I think they're blowing them out. I think it's just gonna get too much. And the Patriots have been one of the better second half teams in the league. So if the game's even close at half, they're gonna blow them out in the second.
I fully trust Sean Payton to put together a perfect first 15 and for Stidham to lead them down with screens and stretches and inside zone, just random plays mixed here, there, maybe one shot play, and they go down and they get a touchdown or kick a short field goal the first drive, and then after that it's just I fully expect Sean Payton to have Stidham prepared. It's just when things are unscripted, that's where maybe the Patriots start to pull away.
And it's also not Stidham is a backup quarterback, but he's one of the better backups. It's not like they have Duck Hodges as the number 2, and they're trotting in with a quarterback who can't throw a 15-yard out route.
That guy just got game.
Okay,
He was so
Look
my
who he's
point
married to.
stands.
Look who he's married to. He's got game.
Okay. Pre or post Ozempic?
Okay. But during.
During the front
During.
of the journey.
Yeah. I don't get the reference. I'll have
Laney
to
Wilson's
Google.
caboose.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Laney Wilson, yeah.
That's,
Are they
We're off
still
to a
together?
strong start.
Are they
Yeah.
still together, really?
I think they're engaged at least.
Yeah, they're doing good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's tough for me to wrap my mind around the fact that the Broncos could win this game. Plus, I don't like Sean Payton. I've made that clear in the past. Just why I don't like him. But
Not as a coach, but as a person. More as a person.
more as a person. Yeah, that I just dislike him.
I would kill for Sean Payton as my coach right now.
Yeah, not to get too deep into it, but he doesn't take any of the fault from Bounty Gate, which is wild to me because he was clearly directly involved. And the second thing is you turned on a player for an organization. You turned on a player and tried to get him to you tried to incite a reaction from him in order to cancel out part of his contract and cut him for no money.
Yeah.
So you were trying to take money away from one of your players for the organization. In a way, the Denver Broncos kind of sent him on a bounty against Russell Wilson. So he has a track record of doing this.
Do you want to like work for the NFLPA or something? You're
should.
so
I should.
pro player all the
But
time.
dude, it's just like, I don't know. Like, you got to have some kind of trust between your players and your coach. And I think if I was a player that played for Sean Payton and I saw that, I would be like,
He'll kill for you
All
if you're
gone.
good. That's
Maybe.
where it's like, if you're Bo Nix, and
He'll
you'd probably
kill
love
you.
to have a coach like that. But
maybe.
Bo Nix got set up on that run play.
So-
Sean Payton took him out.
So it happened
Power
on that.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure on that, Neil.
It wasn't on the kneel. It was on the QB
It was the
power.
QB power.
Yeah.
Like, why
You
you run
think
a
he
QB
snapped
power
his
with
ankle
Bo
on the
Nix?
kneel?
Well, I was always confused when it was like the 2 plays before kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like, was it the second to last play on offense? Because that was the
Yeah.
pass interference. Second to
Yeah.
last play of the game was the kneel.
Mhm.
Or was it the Yeah, I don't know. I was just
Yeah.
confused by
I don't think they
because-
were counting the kneel as like a play.
Right.
But something to monitor. I think they opened the window for J.K. Dobbins to come back, which
They
that's
did.
something that they've seriously been missing is a power running back because they moved on from Audric Estime, so they didn't have a power back. They had J.K. Dobbins. Listen,
You just had
say
to
what you
rope in
want- say what you want about
Audric
Audric Estime. He's a power back. That's what he is. He had a good end to the season.
He
in
played,
New
he
Orleans.
played
really
some
did.
valuable fantasy minutes
Yeah.
for me down the stretch.
Yeah, but when your running backs are no hate to either one of these guys, I like them. R.J. Harvey and Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Where's your power coming from? It's like
Hey, Jaleel-
J.K. Dobbins is going to be a really good addition if they can activate him before the game. So
Yeah. I just. The Patriots put up 28 points on the Texans, okay?
Best defense in the NFL.
Best defense in the NFL. They were not letting any team score. Now, you might be saying, well, they had great field position the whole time, all those turnovers. The week before, CJ Stroud gave the Steelers just as many opportunities. Now, I don't think the Steelers' offense is as good as the Pats, but it's not like the Steelers were a bottom 5 offense. Like, they have a MVP level quarterback. Sees like Aaron Rodgers can still throw the ball, as
I
we
think
clearly
he's just going
see.
into his prime.
Okay. Tom Brady got better after 40.
Yeah.
That's proven.
A-Rod isn't.
So, all I'm saying is the Steelers only put up 6 on that. So, for the Patriots to be that battle tested against that defense in a bad weather game, to do what they did, I just don't think there's anything the Broncos are going to be able to do to stop them. And I don't think that the Broncos pass rush is like that insane comparative. Like Will Anderson could have won the game for the Texans if there was any pulse on
sacks?
offense.
3 sacks?
He might have had 4, and he had
Yeah.
3 of, I think, 2 or 3 forced fumbles
Mhm.
on the side. Like, he was insane. I just don't see a world where they're going to be able to, like, make Drake May feel it. And he's just, their weapons are better. The Broncos' weapons aren't as good. They're going to be playing a lot of check down, and I don't think Vrabel's going to give them the easy stuff. Like, he's going to, like, it's going to be the classic, we're going to play single high, stack the box, and Jared Stidham will have to beat us, and I just don't think that he can. So,
Jared Stidham is significantly more athletic than Bo Nix when it comes to running the ball. So that would be something to watch.
I'd be so much more.
Jared Stidham, an 85-yard rushing touchdown.
Yeah, but
No, you're thinking of Danny Etling.
Who played for the Patriots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, because I remember the player
Stidham
was
is very
playing for
much
the
pocket
Patriots.
passer.
Okay.
Bo Nix is way more athletic.
What is his name? Danny Etling.
Yeah,
LSU
he
legend.
actually converted to a wide receiver.
Okay, I was gonna say he would. Whoever had that 85-yard touchdown run was
Yeah, like the
very
read
athletic.
option in the preseason. Yeah.
Mhm.
this game I'd be looking forward to this game so much more if it was Bills Patriots, but I think part of that is because of Bo Nix injury, which just kind of sucks, and it is how it is. I know we talked about it a little bit in the chat. What do you guys think of the PI calls there at the end of the game?
I mean, I think we probably all agree that no question the second one was PI. Like, it's about as clear of a PI call you can make in the playoffs. First one, not a big fan of. I mean,
Was the first one when it was the roughing?
also the
passer?
roughing. Now
Yeah.
you can say there was, but yeah, they still would have called roughing like that. That was a flag, but they wouldn't have had as good field position on the play because they got the spot foul. So I don't know. I don't think that penalties really decided that game.
Just sucks at it.
It just sucks that that's where it ended, but you can't get mad that it happened because the one thing that we all want from the refs, consistency. We want the calls to be consistent when they look the same.
And that's the thing; they didn't call it that way the whole game. It's like they only called it
That's
in the game.
where
Like
it's
that's
right.
the exactly when the only real pass interference calls come at the end of the game in overtime on the final drive of the game, it's always going to look suspect. I'm not saying that like they decided the game or anything like that. It's always always going to look suspect when the only pass interference calls are at the end of the game when a team is driving down to win the game.
Yeah.
Let's say something, because I don't think any of us actually think the NFL is rigged, but Dion's saying stuff to me at church. Your dad's trying to say stuff to get under my skin. My dad, notice a trend here. Old white men think that the NFL is rigged. But
The old
That
whites.
they're white in there.
That's valid. Suits. The suits.
yeah,
again.
all these suits.
Suits.
The NFL is profitable regardless. They do not care who wins. But assume they did. Let's say that the NFL is rigged. Wouldn't the NFL rig it for their biggest stars to be in the postseason? Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. Wouldn't they rig it for the one of, if not the face of the NFL, and Josh Allen, to stay in the postseason longer? For a fan base who is arguably the best fan base in sports to win the Super Bowl, a team that has never won a Super Bowl, doesn't that sound like a better story? Let's
But what if it's all about gambling?
It's not, because they're making more money above the table anyway.
But
So
I
it
think
just
that would
started
be
being
one.
rigged?
I don't think it's rigged.
Yeah, I don't think Bo Nix would have signed up to snap his ankle up if it was
He had no
rigged.
choice.
Yeah,
Right.
he,
No
that was
choice.
the script.
the
the black
Illuminati,
magic.
like
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But I think
Haley Steinfeld. We saw how much more profitable the NFL reached a demographic they would have never been able to reach because of Taylor Swift. Haley Steinfeld's the closest thing to Taylor Swift that they have. When they want her and her fiance, husband, future baby daddy, to be in the spotlight longer, it's just such an unintelligent take.
You want to hear? You want to hear a funny joke I thought of regarding that?
Yeah.
Like, whenever Josh Allen was crying post game, it's like this is the hardest he's cried since he watched Sinners. Mm-hmm.
yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Good looking
he
dude.
he gets spit as
I
well.
mean, if they're out of all the things that my significant other could do to another man to make me jealous, I don't think her spitting in another person's mouth is up there. I'd be kind of like, that's kind of gross. I don't think that's out of all the things. Like,
But it's Michael. It's not just anybody's mouth. It's Michael
Yeah,
B. Jordan.
What would bother you more, a nude scene or her spitting in a guy's mouth?
I don't know. Just the nastiness of spitting in the mouth is like.
Yeah, but
That's nasty.
I feel like
dirty,
it's-
nasty, dirty.
And
like,
she liked it.
like freaky. That's some freaky stuff.
it's
is what that
wouldn't it
is.
be nastier for Michael B. Jordan to spit in her mouth? That would bother me more than her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't kiss
So
her
I don't
before
think
you
that's-
dance, like-
I think that'd bother me less.
Really?
Yeah,
She'd get
You
in trouble.
want
What
another
you mean?
man's saliva in your woman's mouth?
over her initiating.
Initiating.
Giving it up to
Filming
him
a
as opposed to
scene.
yeah, I guess I see the point. I don't know.
I don't think it.
I'll never be in a
either way.
situation where I'd have to deal with that. So
Yeah.
We're dealing in hypotheticals.
Yeah,
This is
right.
a sports
We're in
podcast, by the way.
hypothetical land,
Sports guys love hypotheticals.
That's true.
Outside of the obvious, though, I think in the AFC, the teams have showed us what they've shown us all season. It hasn't been teams switching up.
Mm.
Like the Steelers Texans game, right? We saw the Texans defense dominate. We saw the Steelers offense leave. What is the saying? Leave more to be desired, something like that. Whatever.
Leave some meat on bone.
Yeah. Right, and their defense was opportunistic,
Mm.
and they had some turnovers. The Broncos looked good against the Bills. Pats did what they could do. Chargers, I guess I didn't think their offense would struggle the way that they did. But I just the AFC has been consistent to what the regular season was, which is kind of cool to see in the playoffs. And like underdogs and stuff are fun and all,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. It's been kind of neat to see that consistency.
Less so in the NFL, but we're about to see it here in a couple months. Underdog stories are great until we get deeper into whatever tournament it may be, and then that leads to blowouts. Because you have the Cinderella story in March Madness. That's all well and good. Well, guess what? Your Elite
Right.
Eight's probably not going to be that elite.
Right.
Because, so,
Yeah.
in the NFL, that's less so, just because parity is a lot more.
To your point that you were just talking about, like I feel like going into this playoffs, it always felt like it was going to be an NFC year. Like just looking at the teams in the NFC, the top end teams in the NFC versus the top end teams in the AFC, it's like I just felt like looking down through those list of names, it's like who is the best team in the AFC, not the top seed. So like in your opinion, who is the top seed or
The best
who is the
team.
best player
The
team?
best team, I would say the
Can't
Patriots.
spit the words out. The Patriots, okay. Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots.
It's hard not to say Buffalo just because of Josh
Yeah.
Allen, but I would
I
say
think the
Patriots.
Jaguars were the best team of any of
They were the
them.
hottest team, I think, maybe.
Like they were playing good on both sides of the ball. The
Both
offense was
AFC South
averaging
teams.
like they were averaging 30 on offense. Their defense was like top 7,
I think
8.
I just had that
like-
AFC South mindset in the back
Like
of
it
my
just
mind.
like the
It's
the
Yeah.
Jags ran into like a Josh Allen superhuman game,
Yeah.
and like you're not gonna beat that. And like, I mean, they had a chance to win, they didn't execute at the end. Like, but the Jags, I think, were the best team going into the playoffs. Like they were the hottest team. I think if they would have beat Buffalo, like I think we'd be seeing them in the title game right now.
So to the Josh Allen superhero game, yes, he had a superhero game. Yes, I believe the Bills let down Josh Allen more this year. But if you are looking just at that Broncos game, can you say that Josh Allen let down the Bills?
I mean, he lost the game. I don't think he
Yeah.
let them down, but he
If you-
lost it.
If you turn the ball over multiple times on the road in a game in January, you're gonna lose. That's where I kind of lose some sympathy for Bills
Right.
fans and the whole
Yeah.
rigged argument because
Mhm.
there are missed calls. The Browns have had missed calls before. The Steelers have had missed calls before.
The Rams have had
The
or
Rams
the
have had
Saints,
missed
yeah,
calls.
the Rams and
I'm
Saints
not.
have
I'm not necessarily saying that's okay, but I'm saying we all have to deal with it. Your quarterback, the best player on the team, turned the ball over multiple times in a road game in January. No football fan thinks that that's a winning recipe.
Every team that's lost in the playoffs lost the turnover battle.
And it
Every
sucks,
single one.
It sucks for McDermott to go out that way because, again, I believe that McDermott has let the Bills down over the years. But
McDermott
for-
did or Brandon Bean did. I think
I
if you
still
look at that roster, I think that McDermott's doing his job with the roster.
Well, he
I
just
agree.
got promoted, buddy. Let's not.
I know,
let's not-
exactly.
Dude,
That's some
insane.
shady motherfucking stuff. That's Littlefinger in Game of Thrones.
Did you see the report that apparently they had a meeting like a month or two ago, and it was between
I don't know.
Brandon Bean, Sean McDermott, and like one other guy. I forget who it was. It might have been
Yeah.
president of Football Operations Zone or something like that. And basically, Sean McDermott said something along the lines of like blaming the roster or something like
Yeah,
that.
we
and
don't
it
have
didn't
enough
sit-
talent to win a
yeah.
Super Bowl.
And like it didn't sit well with the two of them, and then like he ends up getting fired. Like, I mean, it's a fact. Like the roster, they drafted Keon Coleman. Okay, what did Keon Coleman do? They traded back twice before they drafted Keon Coleman, right? They what they went out and got Brandon Cooks after he got cut. They didn't make a trade at the trade deadline for a Rashid Shaheed or a Jacoby Myers, which they absolutely
but
could
they
have
did
done
hit on
that.
Cubs.
What's that?
I said, but they did hit on Cubs.
I mean, he played well.
I mean, he
played-
definitely played good, but I think it was
those
more
other guys
just
would have
like,
been better. I think in my opinion.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
if they brought in Jacoby Myers, I mean, he definitely would have played a lot better.
100%.
He could have been a better weapon for them for sure. I mean, obviously, I think Keon Coleman can still develop. Like, this is only his second year, and like we've seen before where receivers take a few years to develop. Like, I think we get so caught up in like the Jamar Chases, the Justin Jeffersons, like the guys that right on the scene are really good, and then we forget that like it can be a couple years and then a receiver can start doing really good.
But how many of them were healthy scratches because of character issues?
Well, Keon Coleman's got some off the field stuff.
So
I still think he can be good. Like he was still he was first round pick, right? Or beginning of the
Early
second.
second.
Yeah, beginning of the second round pick. Like he's got talent. Like he was drafted for a reason. But like if he obviously wasn't working, like you got to do something like to help the team.
I think that it's a reasonable expectation to expect production right away because even if he's not elite, like let's go through just elite wide receivers right off the bat. Jamar Chase, instant product. Shea Jettas, instant product. Tyreek Hill would be the one argument where you're like, oh, it took a while. CeeDee Lamb, pretty much instant.
Devontae took a while.
Devon,
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins,
Collins
okay,
took a
that's a
while,
good
too.
one.
Nico
Amon-Ra
Collins
St.
took a
Brown, though,
bit.
right away.
Yeah.
Like, but then
Puka
there's guys like
Nacua
even
right
early.
away.
Like, are we out on Marvin Harrison Jr. in Arizona? Are we out on Brian Thomas Jr.? Like, given that,
Brian
like
Thomas
he
Jr.
had a great
produced
rookie
right
year.
away.
Yeah, but then this year, so if you look at the 2-year sample, it's like he's not like an elite receiver.
If
by
you
no
can
means.
see somebody do something one time, you can coach them to do it all the time. Brian Thomas Jr. has shown that. Marvin Harrison really hasn't. I'm not necessarily out on
Yeah.
him, but do I think that his ceiling's much lower than just those guys in his draft class from LSU, Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas? I think that we've seen it is.
Well,
But also Kyler sucks.
yeah. So like, it's all like,
But so does he. I mean,
Yeah.
Brian Thomas Jr. put together a 1,300-yard season with Mac Jones and a bad Trevor Lawrence. So
Yeah, I think it all just depends, but like I think we just give up on guys. Like sometimes it does take longer for players or for people rather. Like some people just take a little longer to develop there, and like he could still be good. Like, but I also think that overall the roster wasn't great, but it also wasn't like the worst roster.
It was not a. You could win a Super Bowl because you had Josh Allen.
Yeah, like they
it's
had-
not necessarily a Super Bowl roster.
They had what, like
but
a
they
top
could
5
win the
O-line?
Super Bowl.
Like they had a good O line. They
Solid
had
tight ends.
one of the best running backs in football. Like two good tight ends. They had Shakir, who's a good slot. Like they didn't have that X receiver.
And you
But
didn't need a Josh Allen superhero game every single game.
if Josh Allen turns the ball over twice, they win that game.
Yeah.
It's a miracle they didn't get blown out by the Broncos. If you turn the ball over 5 times to what they're once, like you're getting blown out. So like the fact they were in overtime
With the ball,
with the
all they needed
ball and a
was field
chance,
goal.
like that's on them for
when
losing.
all they
that game.
needed was a field goal.
Yeah, like
You guys
you-
see
Yeah,
the
the
meme that
third.
Josh Allen's like 0-2 in playoff games since they changed the rules for him.
Yeah,
Going back to
and I
that.
think in both situations he had a chance to go down and win
Yeah.
the game with the ball.
I think it's.
Not
I
the best
don't think
look.
he's won an overtime game in his career, right?
Yeah, I think he's
I think
0
that's what
6.
that
Yeah, I
meant.
think he's
That's
0
insane.
6.
Like
He's
0-6 regular season, 0-2, 0-3
He's gassed.
playoffs now. or
He's too
something.
tired when it comes to
That's just
Moment's too
unlucky.
big.
That's crazy.
Well, honestly, like I don't even think that like anything in the second half was the worst play in the game by the Bills. You know what the worst play in the game was by the Bills?
Right
That
before the
fumble right before the half that led to 3 points.
Yeah.
That is bonehead.
I didn't see it because
Play-
with 20
play
seconds
call?
left, I was like, I was
Yeah.
driving somewhere.
Right,
I was
yeah.
like, all right, I'll catch it after the second half.
Yeah.
I saw the Broncos had 6 points. I thought they got a touchdown, missed extra point. It was the 20-second field goal, and then the Bills fumbled again,
Yeah.
and then the Broncos got a field goal.
Bonehead play call, bonehead
Middle
play
eight.
by Josh Allen. He's not Shady McCoy. Don't run with the ball out like this. Like
Yeah,
you're not
that
gonna
was-
make
And
one miss.
I like Joe Brady, but what was he thinking? Like Josh Allen,
Yeah.
some of his best moments come from playing hero ball, but we also know sometimes he tries to do too much. Like
He didn't have enough time to. He wasn't
Just
gonna have
hook
enough
the
time to
ball.
come up and spike the ball anyway. Like the half was over.
But
He
just
wasn't
cut
gonna
the
have enough
ball.
time to.
Yeah,
Not to
like
worry about it. Yeah,
that was the worst play of the game in my opinion, and it led to 3 points. Guess how much they won by?
Yeah, and
3
it
points.
shifted the momentum. Like, I took it out of all the Bills fans.
It went up
too,
with
like-
2010 at that point because
Yeah.
it was 20.
Yeah.
It was 17-10, and then like it was.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
huge,
go, yeah.
huge.
It was huge.
So NFC. So I think AFC. We're all in agreement. If we had to choose, probably the Patriots.
Oh
but
yeah,
Mainly because of the quarterback situation.
take the spread.
NFC side will probably be a little bit more fun. Battle the top quarterbacks, top guys in the NFC West.
Rams 3.
Do you guys trust Darnold to do it again? And
Yep.
Do the Seahawks need as good of a start? Not as good, a great start for you to trust Darnold. Like, if they got down 10, is there a chance Darnold comes back?
Yep.
Or-
The Rams have let everybody back into games all year.
he has the ability. I also want to know how healthy he is. This isn't even like a
Yeah.
I don't trust Sam
Yeah,
Darnold
serious.
thing. There was a real chance
That he didn't
supposedly that Drew Lock was going to play. Where if even let's say he's 85%, that 85% healthy can get knocked down quite a bit when you're getting hit by Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk, Byron Young, and Jared Verse. So having those 4 guys after you all game long, those hits start to weigh on it. And this would be the game, really almost every game I would tell my guys, but I'd be like, hey, we're going to be clean, but make sure he feels
Give him
it.
an extra shot.
Let him know that you're there.
Miami
And
with Mendoza last night.
First sack of the game, you get a roughing the passer and a body weight call. It's like I won't hold it against you.
Right, as long as it's not like 3rd and long.
Yeah,
First
exactly.
and 10, sure.
yeah, let him know you're there because we've seen it before. Let's say the health, but then also we've seen him get rattled before
Seen
multiple
ghosts.
times.
Big
And
ghost.
that this isn't meant to be a knock on Sam Darnold because he's played very well the last 2 years, and I think that he's a franchise quarterback. He's shown that, but also he's shown, hey, you can get in his head a little bit. So
Yeah. I think for me, it was week 18 versus the Niners. And I said, if he wins this game, I'll feel much more confident about him going into the playoffs as a 1 seed. He got the monkey off his back from the previous year where they choked that game, became the 5 seed, and then got waxed in the first round. This year, rewriting the script a little bit. That defense he has is amazing. And shout out run game because here comes Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. Like, That back.
Charbonnet
well,
tore his Achilles.
Oh, he tore his Achilles.
ACL.
Oh, I thought he was.
ACL.
I thought he was
ACL.
just out for.
No, he's
Okay.
he's gonna be out. He's probably gonna miss most of
Yeah.
next season.
But
So,
Kenneth Walker dominated in the ground game. Like, they're not going to need Darnold to do as much if they're able to run the ball. And that Rams team just looks off. Like, these last few weeks, they've just looked off. Like, they haven't been burying people the way they were earlier in the year. The offense doesn't seem right. Like, the defense certainly doesn't seem right. Like, they got 30 points hung on them by Carolina. Like, I think this game's going to be really close. I think it's going to be high scoring. I think the Rams know how to score on that defense, but I also think that Seahawks are just the better team. They're at home. I think they're going to be able to find a way to get it done.
I think Darnold's going to have to do more regardless. We're not going to see. The Rams are going to do everything in their power to make sure Rashid Shaheed does not get a kick return touchdown on the opening drive.
Dude's looking good.
There's
on
going to be
special
pressure
teams.
on Sam Darnold. I love that Niners team, and I'm a Kyle Shanahan guy, so I might be biased, but that Niners team was a great coaching job where they just ran out of gas. They so many injuries all year. They ran out of gas. They were able to muster up a playoff win, which was super impressive. They ran out of gas against a juggernaut in Seattle. I don't think that the Rams are running out of gas. I think that they're hungry. Yeah, Matthew Stafford, we've talked about it on the podcast, I think. He wins a Super Bowl. That means that he's going to win his second Super Bowl and an MVP. He climbs into, crap, is this guy in the top 5 QBs of all time conversation now? Just ridiculous. Sean McVay is hungry. The defense, it's funny because Naples says that we shouldn't want Chris Shula, and honestly, that's right. If you go back on last week's episode when me and Eli are talking about Chris Shula, on paper, super talented defense. The Rams are like the 17th ranked defense statistically, which sounds hilarious. Now, not to bring up the Steelers, I want a good head coach, not necessarily a good defensive coordinator. The Rams have a feeling of destiny. They do, and they've been there before, which can't be overstated. This Seahawks team is still pretty young and pretty inexperienced, both on the coaching side and the player side. They've never been playing football in late January.
Especially when you get into high-scoring games, you have an offensive-minded coach versus a defensive-minded coach. When that game is 41-35, I'll probably trust the offensive coach to come out on top.
do you guys know the point differentials in the two head-to-heads they have so far this year?
It's like 1 and 3.
There's Rams won 21-19 in like week
And that
whatever.
was the Sam
Yeah, and then it
Darnold
was-
played awful,
And
but
then
the
the,
Seahawks
and then
still
the
had a chance.
OT Sam Darnold they win by 1 point.
But
So the
comeback.
Rams technically hold the tiebreaker in point differential by literally 1.
What's
So
the,
both of these games have been absolute cinema, and I think that this game is going to hold up to that. And so, to answer what I assume was your question, Seahawks minus 2.5.
What's the weather in Seattle?
I got Seahawks 28, Rams 27.
Be a fun game.
Lumen Field as of right now, 44 and sunny. That has to be wrong.
Why?
52?
There's no sun in Seattle.
That's for real.
I believe it. For
Partly,
a
it's
game.
partly sunny, partly cloudy.
They're all gloomy liberals. There.
Well, it'll
They
be
don't-
6 or never mind. It'll be 3 p.m.
That's on.
Pacific.
It's on Sunday, right? Both games are on Sunday.
Mhm.
Yeah.
3 Pacific or whatever.
Yeah, I like the
What
3
are we
and
gonna
6
do on
window.
Saturday? There's gonna be nothing to do.
College basketball.
The 3 and 6 window, I think, is very elite.
Guys, it's gonna be 44 and sunny on Sunday in Seattle. Low of 38, high of 44. It's gonna be a beautiful day, dude.
JSN takeover game.
I don't know.
I still don't trust Darnold.
Yeah, I'm going
I'm
going
Sam.
Rams personally because
Sammy Darnold.
I've been on the Rams all season. My preseason prediction for the Super Bowl was Rams over Bills, and so I still have half of that alive. If you go back and watch our prediction episode before the season started, that was my preseason.
Yeah.
Which I've been thinking about that. You still have all that saved for us to revisit. Right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
I think I definitely. I have my predictions.
Um,
saved.
We know you.
Mine
do.
were rough.
But yeah, I'm running that parlay back again this week. I think.
Again?
But here's the thing. Yes, dude, because it was
The third
actually
time.
against Seattle.
I know.
It was actually against Seattle. But here's the thing, okay? Devontae Adams needs to get back involved in the offense this week. Devontae Adams, since his injury, has done nothing.
I know. I bet him anytime touchdown score.
Yeah,
the last
I know.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
I was
dude,
like, oh,
same.
for sure.
Dude, he
I was
needs to
like,
get-
he's gonna get 2 probably. He's
You need to
definitely
get
gonna win.
Devontae involved back in the offense. You have to. Not everything can go through Puka and a triad of tight ends who are all good. Don't get me wrong. You have to get Devontae Adams back, especially in the red zone. He needs an anytime touchdown this weekend.
For those curious, the running this back for the third time now, or was this?
This will be the third.
So we got
weekend.
Puka 2 tutties.
I might go one. I might go one and then one for Devontae. We'll see. I haven't decided yet.
125 plus yards for Puka, 12 plus catches for Puka, touchdown for Blake Corum, 80 plus for Kyron Williams, and then a Jared Verse sack.
80 plus all-purpose yards, not just rushing, because he does both so often. But
Plus like 40,000.
yeah, it's insane odds. And again, it'll never hit again. I know it was a one-time thing, but just throw it out there.
And all of that,
They're
Josie
okay.
didn't name his second child Puka. I
I
won't
did
say
not.
what his child's name is, but it's not Puka,
Yeah.
and that's wrong.
Well, it's funny is we one of the names we were debating with was Sawyer, which obviously was Jack Sawyer. My daughter's name is also a former Steelers player
Mhm.
with the last name, and then my son's name is a current Steelers player. They all have
Your poor daughter,
Could do.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah. Roethlisberger.
my poor daughter,
Ike.
Kimoyatu.
Gay.
Gay. Man, he was.
Games.
Man, he had so many
Big
pick
play
sixes
guy.
in his career. Yeah, dude.
Is there,
Tyrod Woodson for the team record.
if you guys had to pick a specific team or player that you are higher on now, moving forward than you were at the start of the playoffs, who would that be?
Out of
Player
these four
or-
teams,
Out of the players and the teams, any of them that have been in the playoffs, but preferably the eliminated ones, honestly.
the eliminated
Yeah.
ones.
Like, oh, they lost,
And think
but you
more,
know what?
think higher of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Duval.
T-Law comes to
It's
mind.
valid. I think and this is gonna sound crazy because he was literally just the 10th overall pick last year. I thought Colson Loveland was gonna struggle to find a place in that offense at the Bears. He is the number one receiver in that offense, and it's not even really close. Like,
Shoot, both
Colson-
of those are really good. You guys killed that. I don't know
yeah,
who.
like
I don't know.
again, I thought that it was gonna be so hard to get the ball. No, he is the number one in that offense already.
Oh yeah,
He's so good.
I have a good one too. Jordan Love
Hmm.
played it, and I'm not just saying that to troll Naples. Like he
Yikes.
played it.
It's a bad take.
He
man.
was
No one edited
incredible
that
in
out.
Chicago, playing in the elements. And
Mhm.
Jordan Love, but both of yours, especially, I wouldn't have thought
Yeah, the
Loveland
Love,
because
mhm.
quarterbacks.
He was so
Easy
good
way
in his
you go
last
to
3
first.
games of the season.
I
Insane.
know I picked him up in like every fantasy
He
league. So
10
I
or
mean,
12 receptions in one of the games, and
Yeah.
like it was insane.
Cole Kmet request a trade.
Two touchdowns in the same. He had a 2-touchdown game,
I
didn't he?
think so.
And he got
Probably.
banged up.
Yeah.
He got a 2-point conversion too, so maybe
Mm,
that's it.
maybe
One
that's- yeah,
touchdown,
maybe-
2 point. What about you?
Mine's a stupid one.
Yeah.
Kicker,
It's not
punter.
really like
Kicker,
a-
punter.
Oh, no.
Gunner.
Gunter.
I-
Let's go run it.
I love coaches going for it on 4th down like crazy.
Mm.
No,
And I
it's so.
wish they kept that energy in the regular season because I know it's going to be like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done this one thing because it sucked. And it's 90% of the time, it's like the worst play call you've ever seen in your life. And then it's like, you shouldn't have went for it. I think that the Bears against the Packers, it was like they just went for it and went for it and went for it. It looked awful in the first half. It worked, and it worked in the long term. I love it. I hope they keep that energy. I think they will. I think you just got to do it. I think more teams are just going to start going for 2 like crazy too soon
Take
because
the
of these
points.
stupid overtime games.
Yeah.
Take the points.
It's
Kick
not even the
ball.
points. If you're 4th and 1 at your 30-yard line,
Kick.
freaking go for it.
No.
It
Kick the ball.
works.
Get your 3
Dude,
points.
that is huge. That is
If
such
it's
a
4th and 1, I think you got to consider going for that no matter where you're at on the
Yeah.
field. But if you're
it's
like,
just such a huge
Hey,
advantage.
it worked for
Because
Chicago in the wild card round.
Listen.
It worked for them in the divisional round.
listen,
they should have went for 2.
you look
I
at
think
but
they go
look
for
at
2 if
no,
it didn't. Wasn't
look
that
at
nutty?
look
I,
at
I
they
agree they
should've
should have
gone
gone
for
for
2.
2.
Look at both
but they
those
went
games,
for it
though. They made the
3
right
times.
decision. They got to overtime, got the ball second, and the game was still tied. That's all you could ask for in an overtime game, and then you blew it. So the calls, like, they made the right decisions, but they just didn't execute when it
Sometimes
mattered
doesn't
most.
work.
Yeah, so, like,
And sometimes it is going to suck, but I think the
Yeah.
majority of the time it's going to work out for you. And then you have the stupid overtime game, and then you have one penalty and the game's over. Just go for it like crazy.
Yeah.
If I ever achieve my dream of becoming an NFL general manager, I have said many times Eli is going to be my first hire.
Yeah,
With that said, I am not letting him talk to the coach because we are kicking the ball. And
You know
taking
I
the
love
points.
special teams.
He's gonna tell you to draft a kicker in the first round.
Yeah.
I love
Use that
yeah,
first
that's
overall pick.
anti go for it, right? I love special
Yeah, we
teams.
could really use
I love
a
special
quarterback.
teams so
Yeah.
much, and I still think It is
Campbell,
so
you
obvious.
see our
that he should
graphic
go
pop
for
on
it.
No,
50-yard line.
doesn't
So
take the
Kicker,
points.
kicker.
It is such
All
a
we need is
momentum
15
swing.
yards on
Until you
offense,
get the touchdown,
field
then
goal
it's even
range.
bigger momentum.
No, it's
swing.
not.
Or you don't
It's-
you don't get it and you give them the ball,
I was really
and then they
hoping
go
that
down
they
and they're
would
going to
get a
score
chance
anyway.
to
So who
kick like a
cares?
70-yarder.
Yeah.
That would have been insane.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do a fantasy league where a 70-yard field goal gets you like 100 points because it's gonna happen at some point. And so like
Yeah.
if
It should be like win the league.
so win that week specifically, like that's the point.
Win
Like
the league.
people have done that before, where like if you have a
Attack.
quarterback recovers a fumble or something like
Quarterback
that,
tackle.
you quarterback
Because
tackle,
Jameis
you get like
Winston
100
was
points or
like-
something like that.
the guy to get. in those
Yeah, so
leagues.
like I just think it's fun. I did think of another name I want to shout out there is like going into the playoffs. I thought that like the Panthers defense was obviously really good, but I thought it was kind of just like J.C. Horn and then their CB2 Mike Jackson was just okay. Mike Jackson played really well this season. So like I'm not saying that he's gonna get like an extension and be a long term with the Panthers. I think he actually played really well this year when he was getting targeted a lot because nobody was throwing the ball to J.C. Horn's side. So
the
he's
Panthers aren't a
guy.
bad answer as a whole, honestly.
Panthers looked.
They
fought.
suck.
They
I
just
know
need
they
a
suck
quarterback.
as-
So
Yeah.
bad. Listen, they're gonna be right back at the bottom next year.
Once they get a quarterback, though.
Who's gonna win that? Who's gonna win that division next year? Don't say the Bucks.
I think it's between the Bucks and the Falcons.
I think the Falcons maybe.
What's new?
That's the Stefanski system
I mean,
with
Something
with
wrong.
Bijan
weapons.
and London and I
Okay,
think
what
they're
about
just-
and me, Eli especially has said it, but Shuck, we think it's not going to last. But if you
no.
go off of the way Shucks play, it's wide open, just like it is wide open any year.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could say that really about any division.
The
Except
Saints
for
were
maybe, like,
terrible
2
this year, and they were like 2 games out of it.
Yeah.
like
I think
Well,
that the Bucks will be better next year.
8-9 won the division, right?
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
there was a 3-way tie at 8-9, and then the Saints were like 5-11
Yeah.
1 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Think-
Terrible.
you think the NFL like ever does away with divisions?
No,
Like other sports are doing.
it
They're
should.
talking about doing like,
I like
different
divisions.
seeding.
I don't like
They're
that.
talking about
Changing
doing
the
different-
seeding,
yeah.
I think, will happen
Like the
eventually.
Panthers
but-
would have been
I-
the
They would have
seven,
been
but
the
they still
7.
get in.
Yeah, they still get in, but they would have been the 7 seed.
Like
and would
you
not
get
have
in
been
and
the
then
home
you
game.
reseed.
That's
See-
going to be hard to pass, though, unless Roger Goodell pulls some strings, because you're asking an owner to give up a playoff home game revenue.
I think didn't Roger Goodell say like last year at the beginning of the season on Pat that like that's something they were talking about.
It
doing?
is, but
Yeah.
he's going to have. Because think, if you're the Panthers, let's face it, if you're either of the AFC or the NFC South teams, one of those 8, you realize, hey, any given year, there's a good chance that we're hosting a playoff game, and that's a fat check.
It's a majority vote though, right? So
2/3,
2/3. So what? 2/3 is.
22, 23.
You're telling me there are not
24,
23
3/4.
teams in the NFL that think that they're gonna win the division? Like,
It's certainly possible,
Yeah.
but it's gonna. Roger Goodell gonna do some politicking,
Yeah.
just like what he tried to do this year with the tush push and
Yeah.
failed. So.
I don't know. I think that you should get rewarded for your division and getting that home game because like all divisions aren't created equally. So like get that reseeding. Like if you're a team that's in the NFC West, like the Niners, like I just don't think that you should get like punished for fighting through a dog like either a bad division, good division, like mixed
it's the
division,
same
like
divisions
it-
every year.
yeah, but like
It's
you look
the
at your
same ones every single year.
okay, it's really just the NFC South.
The AFC East for a long time, like
AFC
I mean, they
South.
had
No.
Tom Brady, but before that point, the Tom Brady stretch. So like Tom Brady had
The
6 easy wins
AFC
this
South
season.
for like a decade
Yeah.
straight was the number 1,
I was
or
gonna
the
say,
number
yeah, the
4
Falcons
seed.
were like 15-1 that one year.
Yeah, it's
But
like
Cam Newton's team made it when they were like 7-8-1 one year.
Yeah,
it's like imagine going 12-5 in the regular season and then having to go on the road and play against a team that was seeded higher than you that was 8-9. That's
all
what they're
3
trying to do
NFC
this
West
Yeah,
teams
but-
this year, all 3 NFC North teams from last
I
year.
But I
like-
think
I
you
just
gotta
think
look at the
divisions-
strength
it
of
just makes it
schedule
more
though
fun.
too. Like
All right, enough of that. We're not college football. We're not bringing.
no, but
the
I'm
strength of
no.
schedule.
I'm
We're-
saying like 4 divisions, everyone's division and like strength of schedule isn't created equally. So like it's
But
not
that should
fair. It's
be-
not fair to reseed people based on what they got to play versus other people who didn't get to play other teams. Like you play who's on your schedule. And you got to win your division games. I think that's why we get 2 of them a year. It makes them important. It makes it fun.
I think
What
that's
was-
an
what was the
argument for
Panthers-
reseeding.
What was the Panthers' record in the division?
Yeah, the Panthers had a sucky
It was
division.
probably 3-3.
The Niners had a tough division. The Niners should be rewarded. The Panthers.
That's what I'm
should.
saying. It's like you play in the worst
But
division in
excellent
football and you
divisions.
still won 3-3. I'm checking it now, but They placed third place. No, you. This is not giving me the answer.
Just look up the
thanks,
schedule.
AI. Yeah, just count them out by hand. I might have to. at
Week
this point.
one.
Week one. No. I think that you can't like just decide who gets to be reseeded and who doesn't. Like just because the division's bad.
I still think divisions are fun and should mean something winning a division.
'Cause if you
I'm a
take
traditionalist,
if
so,
you
yeah.
take that out, I don't think that there should be. Then there's not 2 division games a year because what do they matter for then?
And
I agree. I think
agree.
instead it would be you play
It
everybody
gets better.
or as many people as possible in your conference.
You ready for this?
Yeah, let's hear it. 2 and 4.
Nope.
1 and 5.
Nope.
0-6? No, they won.
They're not
Oh, what did they go 5-1?
All 4 teams went 3-3 in that division. None of those teams deserve to make the playoffs.
No, that means it
not
was
a
a
single
hey.
one of them deserved to make the playoffs.
Hey, you know what? That means those division games were tough.
No, it means that they can't even beat teams in
Tyler,
the
shut
worst
up.
division in football.
Sneaky.
That's what it means.
Sneaky.
That's
Period.
crazy. Look at this.
Should have put in
Look
the
at this.
9 and 8
3 and
Vikings.
3 and 3. That's crazy.
We could have had all 4 NFC North
That's
teams.
that's the definition of all division games are tough. That right
You know
there.
what you
tells-
sound like?
Which
You
I
sound
say
like an
weekly.
SEC person. Be like, what? We're all
Yeah.
beating up
and
on each other.
hypotheticals were beating Big Ten every
Also,
year.
you want to hear the record for
I'm
the
a Big
last
Ten
5
guy.
games?
I know.
I
Me
know.
too.
We're saying you sound like an SEC.
The last
person.
5 games of the regular season, okay, the 2 teams at the top, the Carolina Panthers and the Buccaneers, went 2-3 and 1-4. Okay, the 2 teams at the bottom, Atlanta and New Orleans, went 4-1
They turned their seasons around. There was a spark.
because they played division games and they suck. They all played their
Hey,
division
that's-
games at the end of the
Hey,
season.
that's
That's
not
why they
true.
were 4-1.
Atlanta had some quality wins there down the stretch late.
They did. They actually did. I
Yeah.
will agree with that. They did.
Yeah, if they
played
play.
good
If they
today.
play at night, then
Hey, listen, if
Dirty
they had
Birds
started
come
the
out.
year off that hot, we might be talking about Atlanta right
If they would
now.
have drafted Michael Penix and played Kirk Cousins, they would have been. They would have been
Well-
11 and they would have been 11
Hey,
and 6
him and
this year.
Stefanski are reunited.
That's true. Kirk Cousins probably gonna start for them next year, right? Most likely.
Penix
Yeah.
will still be out.
He's still under contract, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still-
so
He has 2 more seasons.
And I thought this was his last year.
and he just redid his contract to make it easier for them to move on
Yeah,
from
so
him. But
they
now
drafted-
Stefanski's there.
They
So
drafted Penix the year that they signed him, and this was Penix's 2nd season.
Yeah, and didn't they
Cousins
only give him
was like a-
2-year
No,
deal?
they gave him 4
Four.
for 180.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they could get
180
out of it after
guaranteed,
too.
I think, right?
I don't know if
It
it
was
was fully guaranteed.
Yeah, but I think they could
he
get
got
out of it after
45
too.
mil a year. Whatever
Okay.
it was, he got 4 years, 45
Yeah.
mil a year.
But I think they're gonna keep him
So,
and probably just roll with
money.
him, unless like there's a better guy that you think you can win with right away.
Bring in Malik Willis.
You think Malik Willis and that
No.
and
Yeah,
that
he's
offense?
not-
I am not on Malik Willis. Everybody else seems to be on the Malik Willis.
I'm
train
not
way
saying
more than I am.
I think Malik Willis has potential, but I'm not.
Not better than
He's not the kind of guy that's just gonna go
That
into
shouldn't
a
even
team
be a
that's
controversial
Malik
statement.
Willis isn't gonna go into a team that's bad and make them good.
The Atlanta
He's
Falcons
not-
aren't bad. You just said
but-
they're 4-1.
Yeah, that could be the fit for them, but I'm saying is he's not the kind of guy
Number
that's like
7, they got Mike Vick.
the Jets aren't gonna go get Malik Willis because they're like, oh, he's gonna change our franchise.
Malik Willis is
That's-
going to the
Field,
top
Fields.
The Jets have a top 5 wide receiver. Remember?
I mean, Garrett Wilson is arguably he's up there. He's in the case.
Listen, I
Malik
think Garrett
Willis is going
great.
to Miami. Halfley's there. Their GM's from Green Bay.
I like that.
That's
fair.
I feel like that's basically set in stone already.
Which Tyreek's not there, assuming next year, right?
Yeah,
He's gonna get cut.
because his cap shoots way
He's like a
up. So
$40 million
He's
cap.
done.
unless
playing
unless
football,
they're
dude.
re-upping him, which they're not going.
He's
to.
not-
No, he's
he's
like,
done.
he's like a $70 million cap hit next year.
Yeah, it's
They
ridiculous.
still have
They cut
Liam
it.
Yeah, he's
Eichenberg.
done playing football. Malik Neighbors
I
is
don't know
done
why.
too. Malik Neighbors is
One of
done
those
playing
guys.
football too, man. What?
They still have Liam Eichenberg.
Their swing tackle. You guys just bringing up Dan Skipper over here. We were talking about hot starts. You guys remember when Tampa Bay was like a Super Bowl favorite and Baker Mayfield was an MVP favorite?
Runaway
I
MVP favorite.
That first month of the season.
And
was
then he got
It
crazy.
was
hurt.
like first 2 months, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was like week
he's been
7.
playing hurt. He's been playing
All right,
hurt.
so Tyreek Hill's cap hit next year, not his dead cap if he gets cut, is
Yeah,
almost
I saw
$52 million. Almost $52 million just
the
on
ones
his
that guard.
contract next year.
I mean,
Goat.
his legs gone.
I want to see what his cut. His
He might
cap
start.
casualty is next year. All right, so if they cut him next year, he's a $28 million cap hit. So they would technically save.
Is there a penalty though that you're missing? I think it's
23?
higher. Are you counting the penalty?
I'm looking at Spotrac right now.
Because not that 28's low, but I'm pretty sure it's higher.
There's a potential out at the end of next season, and he would have, if they took the potential out in 2026, he would be a $28.2 million dead captain, which would be the largest non-quarterback probably in NFL history. But it looks like they put 3 void years at the end of his contract. So he's an unrestricted free agent after 2027 regardless.
Bring him back to Kansas City.
Bro, he's
Bring
done
back
playing
Eric
football.
I
Bieniemy.
don't think he's done playing football.
He's done playing football, dude.
He's
Did you
got
see
2
his
years.
leg?
He's got 2 years left.
He's
in him.
done. He is
That
done.
was a gruesome injury. I forgot.
Yeah,
What was
he is
that?
done.
Drew Rosenhaus is an agent. He's going to get a max contract. Drew Rosenhaus is far and away the best agent in football, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still done playing football. Dude's
I
just
don't
gonna
know,
become a
Micah's
streamer.
agent that represents everybody. I forget his name. Sound like Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones forgot his name too, but he's up there.
What about Jalen Hurts' agent?
Yeah.
Bro.
Tommy DeVito's agent.
Tommy Cutlets?
Jalen Hurts has an all-female led team, so
Hey guys, follow my
Is he
lead.
married? Is he married, Jalen
I
Hurts?
think.
No.
I was gonna say you can't be married and have an all-female led team.
Why?
He's like-
we don't
he's like-
discriminate.
he's
We,
like-
we
I'm
want the
saying
best
the wife
people
would-
representing us.
Saying the wife would not be happy.
Yeah, he looks like
Do you think she'd be happier if
Bree
he spit in a
Burrows.
girl's mouth instead?
What a full circle. That was nice.
yeah, he's. It looks like he's
Solid.
married her in some sort of serious relationship.
Some sort
Nice
of.
hat. Jeez.
So, I was watching.
Can't
J-
believe that.
Cheeks.
I was
Look at
watching
that.
Jalen
No,
Hurts
jeez.
highlights on TikTok. He used to be so much more athletic. Where I was like, okay, like this, like I forgot this Jalen
Him at
Hurts.
Oklahoma?
Like, he was so scared. He's so bulky now compared. Which like
Mhm.
it was like one of those things. Like you know how like you don't realize somebody's lost weight until you see an old picture. It
Yeah.
was like Jalen Hurts, except for the opposite.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, he's jacked, but like how bulky he is and how rough it looks when he moves compared to what it did just a few years ago.
His dreads look in college was a look though. He should bring the dreads back. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna take years to grow it out.
He just had a clean look at when he was at Bama, like those
Mhm.
white.
Mm-hmm.
Just looked
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
Um.
So Seahawks Rams.
All right. So you had Seahawks.
I got
right?
Sammy
And then
Sunshine
who
bringing
you
it
got?
home to the bowl.
Seahawks, Pats rematch. Who you got?
Hawk 'em down.
Marshawn Lynch revenge.
I just think that they're the best team, and I think that they're gonna win.
Sam Darnold, Super Bowl quarter. I would love that.
Yeah.
There's
Fir-
a lot of
first-
Super Bowl
wow.
rematches that we could see. Seattle, New England would be a rematch.
Seattle,
Seattle,
Denver.
Denver's a rematch. New England, Rams is a rematch.
Yep.
Part 3, it would be part 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. First quarterback in the 2018 draft class to win a Super Bowl. Sam
That's
Darnold.
insane.
Well, I'm going Rams winning it all.
Mhm.
Rams over Pats,
Yeah.
which is
Same.
kind of boring, I think, and probably what the odds. I guess the Seahawks are favored. this
Seahawks
week.
are favored.
Mhm.
Seahawks are favored to win it all.
I'm going Rams too. I might be
Really?
biased just because I want the Rams to win it. Yeah, they're like pretty heavy favorites to win it all too.
Mhm.
Broncos got to be crazy.
But they're like plus 1,000 compared to plus 200,
Yeah, they're
plus
the-
300.
They're
plus 400.
obviously the worst odds because of the Bo Nix injury.
I'm not ready
They were
to.
the worst
I don't
odds
think
before
Denver
the
has a
Bo
chance
Nix
to win the Super Bowl. I'm serious. I'm not ready to say that they're going to lose to the Patriots.
But if you
though.
can convince if you think they have a legit shot to win this game, which they do have a legit shot, why not have them have a legit shot to win the Super Bowl if they get 2 weeks of prep?
Correct. I
With
just
Tatum.
don't. I think that the Rams and the Seahawks are both more polished machines right now.
Than the Pats.
And I love Braves and I love Drake May, but it hasn't looked super pretty.
So it's more of not like a one-hit wonder game. It's more of like a not trusting the Pats as much as
A little
the
bit of
NFC
both.
teams.
A little bit of
Spread's
both.
only 5.5 on FanDuel.
I got it at 4.5.
You got a 4.5.
Right
So
when
you
Bo
want
got hurt.
you want the Patriots to cover with 4.5.
Correct.
That's nice.
I mean, it's only for the Broncos to win money line. It's only plus 205. Like that's
gonna
not
be a
as
7-point
insane
game.
as I thought
Yeah.
it was gonna be.
It-
All right, 5.5.
They're a
gonna
home
be
team
double
against a young, shaky team. I don't think it's.
Vrabel's got the boys fired up and ready to
Mhm.
go. They might
But
run
Sean
all
Payton.
over 'em,
Sean
too.
Payton doesn't like.
No, that team's deflated. They got Jared Stidham trotting out there. You think that team thinks they're gonna win?
Yeah,
just
they have
need
to-
they have a whole week of bulletin board material because
Yeah.
people are saying stuff like,
Good.
"I'm not."
Let me say it. It don't
Those
change
guys
nothing.
are athletes. They have a different mindset. They 1,000% think they're the best team and they're gonna win.
RJ Harvey, 6+ receptions. Okay? They're going to throw the ball to the
Yeah.
running back. That much I'll
Swing
tell you.
pass, swing
Evan
pass.
Engram
Except-
unlocked with Stidham at quarterback.
Yeah.
Take him for 80
You know who's disappeared for the last 6 weeks? Cortland Sutton. Okay, maybe you throw
He's
the ball to your
back.
wide receiver one. Maybe.
Except how many RJ Harvey catches are like could be rushes because they're swing passes where it's like
Doesn't matter.
As long
When
as
it,
they
when
count
it
as
comes to
catches.
sports betting, it doesn't matter what the catch goes for. If
No,
you
no,
take
I'm not
6
saying
plus
what it
all
goes for. I'm
receptions-
saying,
saying if it's like
He's
behind
saying
all
what if they
Oh,
count as rushes?
They're pretty lenient on that.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, like they'll go with whatever the ruling on the field is. So
they
like,
don't like piece it together.
Well, they don't. What do you mean the ruling on the field?
It's
they don't
whatever
roll
the stat
it's
is
a fact.
accumulated.
They don't-
as.
Yeah,
they
sort of,
say
the guy
the
is-
announcers,
yes.
the announcers will say like they
It
count
happens
as a
all the
rush,
time.
like,
It
yeah.
happens.
It's
Steelers,
the
Steelers,
rushes.
Bears.
It's
DK
yeah, it's
Metcalf
whatever the
has a rush
stat is
touchdown.
counted as.
They go back and change it all the time.
Yeah, they could change it, and
Yeah.
then
Based on
FanDuel or
Joe's bet.
DraftKings or whoever will adjust.
They change that. They change sacks all the
Yeah, they
time.
changed Jared Verse half a sack. Give it to him. Pay
Oh,
the
yeah,
man.
who got-
Pay the
who got
man.
screwed on that?
No, he got it.
No, he
They
got it. They
counted
went back and changed it. Remember?
And
Did
they,
you hear about Dion's loss? Like the Neal, QB Neal.
yeah.
I needed Devontae Adams touchdown last week to hit for like 1,400.
Dang.
That was the last leg of my parlay.
Mhm.
I had everything. I had Caleb for 2+. I had Caleb for like his over on passing yards. I had CJ Stroud for 175, which I was like, they're just gonna throw the ball. I almost was a little worried, even though I ended up losing the bet. But I was like, if they bench CJ Stroud, he's not getting the yards.
That
But-
play by Caleb is still just so ridiculous
Hmm.
It was just like pressure like that, back to the 40-yard line, bomb
See-
it, push off.
You know how they do popular parlays? Like I said, Josh.
Oh
every
yeah, the
time?
ones that are like this. There's no way this is gonna hit.
They have the Patriots leading by -1.5 through all 4 quarters. So if they never lead, but if they're leading by 2 at the end of every single quarter, $10 gets you $166. I can see the Patriots winning by 2,
do
leading
it.
by 2 for the.
They
I'm
do
not.
it.
It's weird.
It's
It's
not-
weird.
wait,
If
wait.
they go up 7-0, that could just win.
Are you sure it's leading after, or is it they win
It's
by?
Win by 2 each quarter.
Right.
It's a first quarter spread, so yeah, I
Oh,
guess
yeah,
it would
yeah,
be
no
you have
each
to be
quarter.
2, 4, 6. You have to win
You
the
have
game
to-
by 8 points.
Yes, you got to score. You got to score you got to be a field goal better each
yeah,
quarter.
no chance.
But
that
it's a
happens.
spread. It's how far you are ahead at the end of the
No,
game.
it's individual
saying
quarter
take that
spread.
quarter.
That
yeah, so
quarter
you
is
look at the
a game.
quarter score.
Kevin did
differential.
something
They're
for the
all
Penn State
they're all
Ohio State
individual
game.
bets.
Yeah.
And we were like, you have to root for like when you do that. Like if there's 10 seconds left, you have to be like, do not score, hold it, so then we can get the points for the second quarter because you're already up in the first quarter.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of fun that it is a fun bet to watch
Mhm.
because you have to look at the time and stuff.
throw a buck on it. You win 16.
This is our bet for this week.
Tell the
Yeah,
crew.
this
So-
is not good podcasting at
So
all.
For
sorry.
the podcast
So-
listeners, Naples is currently showing Josie
Yes.
his phone.
Yes. So we've got
Wow! Oh my gosh!
We've got an 8-leg parlay here. We used a 20% profit boost to get this up to 62.35 odds. All right. 2 legs in the first game. I think it's the first. Yeah, it's the first game. We got Patriots -4.5. It's just too easy. I mean, they're gonna win by at least a touchdown. I think they win by double digits. They're the better team. That quarterback injuries, I think, taken a lot out of that team. They can say whatever they want. Doesn't matter. In Vrabel, we trust. Ramondre Stevenson touchdown. He's been running the ball really well. He's been averaging like 65 yards a game over the last like 3 weeks. Think he finds the end zone. I think that the Patriots are going to play the game and just keep everything in front of them. They're going to not try to do too much. Then, second game, we got Seahawks money line. Like I said, I just think the Seahawks get it done.
Have
They're
fun
at
on the
home.
beach for me.
Thanks, I'll try.
Cooper Cup revenge game. We got Cooper Cup for 3+ catches. Matthew Stafford 2+ passing touchdowns. I just think that's all they do is throw the ball. I think we're going to see a lot more of those like 1 or 2 yard pass fade balls. I think he's probably going to throw for at least 2. I expect this to be high scoring, which is why the next 2 legs are JSN for 100+ yards and Puka for 80+ yards. I think that the stars are coming out to play.
How many legs is this? I feel like you've been
8.
talking for 10 minutes.
8.
This-
And then the last leg is Sam Darnold for 200 plus passing yards. I mean, that's where the Rams are gettable, is that pass defense. And this is I put a little 25 piecer on it
so what's payout?
to win 1583.
Whew. Well, we will all be rooting for Naples.
So tail it at your own risk.
And then
I already know what mine is gonna be.
well, Josie,
Same
Eli,
thing,
Eli read out Josie's earlier. Any other bets that you're placing?
Yeah, I'll
Nope.
probably do something between the two games, just like a player prop thing, maybe throw in a touchdown parlay.
I
Something
like
like
when DraftKings does like anytime touchdown score, but like you have a chance to win more, like if
Yeah.
it's the longest or the first or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
The-
So I
the
like
jackpot
doing
ones.
those.
Yeah, they don't have everything out yet. So, like for instance, RJ Harvey's reception, his alt reception isn't on there yet. It'll be on there by the end of the season. By the end.
Yeah,
of the
normally
week.
like
But-
Friday's a good day to start picking those.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I would assume you're gonna get 4 receptions from Stephon Diggs. Like, it's not gonna be great odds, but when you parlay it with other things, like, you know.
And I bet you the RJ Harvey stuff, they're probably waiting to see what's going to happen with Dobbins too. Which is why they're probably waiting for that Friday practice.
Yep.
Keyshawn Booty might be an interesting player for player props.
I'd go like 50 plus
Diggs.
receiving yards. I wouldn't
Diggs.
go receptions for him, but yardage because he's like a down the field.
Yeah, and if you get one big play,
Mhm. Which he, I
Go
mean,
Diggs.
that one his
He had
touchdown
like
catch
70
was 40
yards. He
yards.
had like 70
Yeah.
yards last
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
Mhm. I had him going for 40 plus, I think, as part of a parlay, but the whole thing didn't.
Yeah.
So
I had Jaden Higgins 4+ catches last week.
he had like
He's like
7.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
all right. I don't want any analysis. I just want answers. Naples. I was talking to another client of mine today that's a Browns fan. He said he wants Grant Udinsky or Udinsky or however you say it, the Jaguars OC,
Yeah.
to be Cleveland's next head coach. I figured you would be open to that with how big of a Jags fan you are. Him or somebody else? Who's your number one target right now? Mike McDaniel just removed his name from consideration.
I don't know much about the
From the Browns
Udinsky
or
guy.
everybody.
From just
So
the
the
Browns.
Browns.
He's still Naples. He's still still in the running for a head coach for Raiders and Ravens,
Mhm.
as well as
So,
OC for the Chargers. I believe that's the favorite right now to land him.
did he say no Lions? OC? No, Dan Campbell said no. I
Yeah,
saw a
and
report
then
that-
they hired the Cardinals OC, I
That's
believe,
right,
Drew
yeah.
Petzing.
Yes, that's right.
So, all right, sorry,
Seen that.
Naples.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Udinsky guy. I know that he was in Minnesota, and they let him go. He was like the QB coach or something like that, and then was the OC for the Jags this last year. Don't know much about him, so I don't have much of an opinion. I'd probably rather a more established guy, unless like we're just gonna like.
Give me a name.
I like Brian Flores.
Okay.
I think you have him and Jim Schwartz. Like
He's
if
AFC
they're
North. He reads
if-
AFC North football.
if they're able to
All
collaborate.
three teams probably
like,
want him on some level.
Think about what he would be able to do with that defense that we have. A lot of young players, especially in that secondary, which is where I think he thrives. Like having good secondary pieces is what Brian Flores defenses do really well. They disguise a lot of coverages, and then you don't have to get too flashy because like our pass rush is really good. So I think that is a good hire, and I just think he's a good culture guy. He holds people accountable, and he's not afraid to tell you how it is.
Since you mentioned the defense, and the defense was incredible this year for Cleveland, Jim Schwartz get any consideration for you, or too old probably for you?
I mean, I'd consider him. I mean, he's with the team. I think the team likes him, respects him. What is that really? I think you got to get someone new in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got to get new voices in the building. Like Jim Schwartz has been there for a few years, so like it's not like what do we think Jim Schwartz is going to have to offer in a head coach role that he isn't already doing as a DC?
I was thinking you keep the defense great because Devin Bush played at an All-Pro
Oh
level
my
this
gosh,
year.
he played so good.
And then you bring in an offensive mind. Now, obviously, then you get into that whole debate of, well, shoot, if our offense is good, we're going to lose our OC. That's a good problem to have. All right, so Naples, Brian Flores. I've been very loud, whether you followed us on TikTok, last week's episode with me and Eli. Chris Shula's my guy. Jesse Minter probably at number 2, and then it's everybody else, maybe a Brian Flores at number 3. Josie, for our Stillers, who's your guy?
I mean, I'm coming down off this trend because it's not going to happen. I've been a Marcus Freeman guy from the start. It's not going to happen, so I'm cooling down on that a little bit. It's the dream one for me, but I think that the realistic one, again, it's still kind of a dream, is Chris Shula head coach, and then Shieldhouse does not get a head coaching job because he's never been an OC yet, and so then because of that connection through the McShanahan tree, he comes with Chris Shula, and he's the OC for the Steelers. So you get Chris Shula head coach, Shieldhouse OC.
And then you switch to a 4-3 defense.
Yeah, I've been banging the drum for 4-3 for so long. It's better. It's just better in general. Like, it is so much better.
Except for the Steelers, and I don't disagree with you. The Steelers' strength on defense are their 4 pass rushers. All 4 pass rushers are severely undersized.
Sure.
Does not bode well for a 4-3.
Yeah, but like even in a 4-3, your middle linebackers, they still rush. So it's like you can have like that right outside linebacker that's off ball that comes around to the corner and you rush 5. Like there's ways to scheme it up where like and let's be honest, TJ Watt can play pass coverage really, like maybe the best outside linebacker when it comes to pass
I'm less
coverage.
worried about TJ converting and more so the other guys, specifically Nick Herbig.
Just kidding. Trade Highsmith in it.
Yeah, but Nick Herbig's too small to be a 4-3 defensive end.
Yeah, put him at off-ball linebacker. He's fast. He's
So-
fast. He's
Okay. I don't disagree
Yeah.
because I think it's time too, but whether it's Chris Shula bringing in his own defense or bringing in a hybrid of Shula and Raheem Morris's defense, I don't know.
and let's be
We
honest.
don't
like,
have to worry about it yet.
Here's,
But
here's the one last thing I'll say about that. Okay, the Rams' defensive line, one of the best young defensive lines in the NFL. Players who really love a defensive coordinator or a coordinator that they played for will tend to, in free agency, kind of gravitate towards that. If when one of their contracts expires, those young guys on the Rams defense want to make their way over to Pittsburgh. Players do that all the time, where they go back to play who they played for when they played their best ball.
connections, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I also-
So like maybe you don't get like you're not going to get Jared Verse. You might not even get Byron Young, but maybe you get like a Braden Fisk. That'd be great.
Yeah, I also wouldn't mind Sean McDermott. I mean, all he knows is winning, and you could attribute a lot of that to Josh Allen. But dude's 98-50 as a head coach. Like, he's doing something right.
People forget Buffalo had the longest playoff drought
Yeah.
before Sean McDermott got there.
That's
and
true.
He got them to the playoffs their first year.
Yeah, and that was without Josh Allen.
Correct. That was Tyrod and Jalen Ramsey. It had to have a stellar game for the Jaguars for them to win that game.
Yeah, so I
Who's going Buffalo?
think he's a good option. I think they bring in a vet head coach.
Dable.
Call Bill. Dable is
think
like
Dable
the
makes a lot of
favorite. I think
sense.
You see
he has
Rex
the
Ryan.
connection.
You see Rex
Right.
Ryan said
Rex.
Rex Ryan the day after it happened, or maybe the same day it happened. He said Bill Belichick head coach, Brian Dable OC. I
You
forget
think
who
he'd go
said for
back?
DC,
He was the
but
OC there before, right?
who?
Dable.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
so
that's how
you think he'd go back as the OC in Buffalo?
I mean, if he's not going to get any. head
I
coaching
guess that's not super like unheard
I
of.
think
And
him and
let's be honest,
Josh like
if
each
Bill
other.
Belichick goes there, he's only going to be there for 2 seasons, and then guess who takes over?
Dable.
Dabes.
I
Could be.
would like it. I want
Yeah.
Bill back in the NFL. I just don't know if they'll do it.
I mean, it's not going to happen, but it's a nice thing. Just like John Gruden never getting another head coaching gig, it's not going to happen. But
It
like,
could.
that's the thing. I don't know that it would, but like,
We would
it's
have
nice
heard
to think
something.
about.
The fact that there's 10 openings and he's not rumored,
Not even-
similar to Belichick.
not
There's
even
10
rumblings.
openings and there's not even a rumor of Belichick. So I don't know. I think that's pretty telling. Which
Yeah.
I don't know. I want John Gruden back as a head coach, preferably in the NFL. But
He's getting whiteballed by the NFL.
if that ends up being the case, I think he's going to be more open to going to college, which isn't my preference. But I'd rather him be a college head coach than just a Barstool employee.
Barstool employee.
Yeah.
He's making good content on there.
Oh, he is doing incredible, but I'm a football guy, not a content guy. So,
You are a content guy.
no, I'm a football guy. I'm a football guy
He's a
doing.
content guy. He's TikTok guy.
I'm a football guy doing
He's
content.
a content creator, okay?
Okay, this has been the
He's
Second
a
and Short
social
podcast. We'll see you
media
next time.
influencer.
He's a cos-